There have now been 4 NBA Finals games played here in the 2030 NBA Finals, and we have won the last 3 of them, giving us a 3-1 series lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Searching for their first title since back in 2016. We are searching for our first title as an organization, and now we are 1 win away from accomplishing the ultimate feat. And this game does come at home for Game 5 in Mexico City, a chance for us to win our first title in front of our home fans. We have seen the Cavaliers struggle mightily on both ends of the floor the last 3 games. This last game was probably their best overall performance since their Game 1 victory, but they still have a lot of things to figure out, so they have made one last-ditch effort with their game plan. They're going to be starting Maurice Mullen in place of Herb Hood at the 3. They'll just swap roles and just kind of trade those minutes back and forth. They will also be fully benching Grant Williams in place of Lauri Markkanen, who's going to come in to play power forward when Mobley's not on the court. And this time around, whenever Garland's not on the court, they will at least have Evan Mobley to give them one of their 2 stars at any one point in the game. But for the most part, they're going to be on the court at the same time. Just a couple of small tweaks here to see if Cleveland can really get the most out of this current roster. But it might take more than a couple of lineup adjustments to get the most out of that team and to slow us down, because right now we have 3 players averaging over 23 points per game in this series, with our big 3 of Kylan Moore, John Cobb, and David Dennis all shooting extremely well from the field. And I believe from downtown too. Yeah, Dennis at 65% from behind the arc, and Cobb and Moore both have the same number at about 38-39%. So our stars have really stepped up. We've seen Jarris Walker play an amazing kind of glue guy, do-it-all role for us. He's been fantastic. Mark Williams has been good. Now, Herb Jones and Dylan Young have not shot the ball very well, but they have played some pretty solid defense, and Cam Curcius had his moments as well. So this could be the final game of Year 6, and I don't know how I'm going to format the future of this series, but this could very well be the last game that we see here in 2030, and I would love for us to win the finals and our first Larry O'Brien trophy in front of the home crowd, so let's go and do it. And Game 5 of the NBA Finals is officially underway, as we will start with the basketball. And if we win this game, we have accomplished all that we have worked towards over the past 6 seasons. And still a very young roster overall. We start off finding the blueprint on the pick and roll. We have averaged over 126 points per game here in the postseason. The Cavaliers will likely have to hold us under that to win this one. First shot for the Cavaliers is up and good. It's Maurice Mullen from downtown making his first start here in the finals, trying to give this team some offensive life. Out to Cobb, a foot inside the arc. His first shot is up and in. Driving past Dennis, Garland picks up his dribble, hands it off to Jarrett Allen. Shot clock under 5 now. Garland has to throw it up, and it hits the back iron. Dumped inside. Kylan Moore left it short, gets it back, and throws it down for his 3rd and 4th points. Nice spin move, and Garland easily finds his way inside for the deuce. And the last 2 games at least, he's been keeping the Cavaliers in these games in the first half. Nobody else has really stepped up besides him the last couple trips. Good move. Cobb steps back, then goes right back at Mitchell and knocks it down. Driving. Good hop step and a very physical take for Mullen. Dumped inside again. Trying to feed Kylan Moore early on. That's his first miss. Mobley the screen. Garland finding room to fire, but his three is offline. I also forgot to mention that this matchup between Jarrett Allen and Jarris Walker has been almost exclusively won by Jarris Walker, like game in, game out, quarter in, quarter out. If they're going to win, Allen needs to, one, rebound the ball better and also play better defense. But it can be tough on a guy that has the athletic profile that Jarris Walker does. But Allen has like barely shown up on either end, so until he does, it's going to be tough for the Cavaliers to really win multiple games. Screen coming over again. Garland, another triple. This time it's online and we're tied at 10. These games usually get off to a pretty back and forth start, but I think the first half especially has been kind of the big giveaway as to what's going to unfold the rest of the game. Because in all three of these last games, we have had a double-digit or around there halftime lead, and the Cavaliers never really got back in the game after that in all three of those Aztecs wins. So if it's close by the end of the first half, we might actually have a really good game on our hands, but I think Mitchell also is going to be one that has to carry the load for them offensively, some like he did back in game one. I don't think he has to score like 45 points or whatever it was to win the game, but he at least has to put up like 25 or 30 on good shooting. And now Garland has it inside on the other end. Cobb picks him up and ends up with the stop. Mismatch inside now. Kylan Moore draws a double team, still fires over it and scores. Driving, pulling up. Garland just off the rim. Aztecs look to extend their lead now. Good kick out by Moore, and Jarris Walker is offline, but it's kept alive on the offensive glass. Second chance. Dennis from downtown. Out to Mullen. His three is offline. That's his first miss, I think. Kylan Moore up to Cobb in the corner. His three's offline. Mobley pulls down the miss. Not sure the Cavaliers want to play a fast-paced game against us, but that time it worked. Back it down, Mobley fading away. A lot of early touches here for Kylan Moore. He shot about 50-55% so far in this game, but now Jarrett Allen's got back-to-back slams, and the Cavaliers trail by a point. Deep three, and Herb Jones connects from long range. Clint Capella and Herb Hood in the game now for Cleveland as Mullen and Allen take a rest. Here's Mitchell. His first shot is up and good. Those are his first points. Downhill, Cam Christie able to draw the contact and the foul. That's the first on Mitchell, second on Cleveland. Christie has had definitely less of an offensive role off our bench in the postseason as you would have to imagine, but he's still been a key piece for us, I think, giving us at least some player to run through if Cobb and Moore aren't on the court, and also can be like a really solid third option if one of those guys are also taking a rest. So he's been playing his role to a T, and can't really complain about the play of any of our players, honestly. They've all just, you know, jumped in perfectly and played as you would pretty much expect them to. 9 rebounds for us so far, 4 for Cleveland, despite us being almost equal on the amount of misses we've had. That shot is denied by Capella. And the Cavaliers have a chance to make it a one-score game again. The screen from Capella, the shot from Mitchell is online. It's back to a one-point game. Dennis with it. Little spin move, gets around Garland, shuffles it to Mark Williams, then gets it back, throws it up and in. Into a three, another contested shot from Garland, and that one is no good. Up ahead to Dylan Young. Little pick and roll here, covered well by Mobley. Dennis's shot won't go. That's a great box out from Kylan Moore to put it back in on the offensive glass. Mobley has been a top 3 rebounder here in the playoffs, but Kylan Moore's been number 1 all run long. And Mobley definitely has had his hands full in each and every game so far this series. But he does pick up an offensive rebound here. Shot clock under 10. Garland thought twice about it. And now Mitchell has to throw it up. And it's nothing but nylon. Good crossover move. Really good defense by Herb Hood. Contest that shot from Herb Jones. Cavaliers have a chance to tie or take the lead now. Hood at the rim will do just that. It's 24 all. Wide open now for a 3, and Herb Jones is now 2 for 2 from downtown. Mullen back in the game, pulls the trigger, but that one rattles out. Mark Williams ends up with the rebounds. We've got Cobb in there. Kylan Moore taking a rest right now for the first time in the game. Garland's played the entirety of the quarter so far. Williams misses the jam. Thanks to that contest by Capella. Fast break 3 offline from Maurice Mullen. Lauri Markkanen also checking in for Cleveland. That lob is online to Cobb for the tip-in. Markkanen, the 7-footer, kicks it back out to Hood. Now Mullen has to do something with it here. He's given some room and cashes in from deep. Dumped inside. That's a great pass, but Capella, another defensive stand down low. Good penetration by Garland. Cavaliers trying to find a shot to close the quarter. Mullen hands it off. The 3 from Markkanen rattles off the rim. It's still an Aztecs lead, 29-27. Very similar start as to Game 4. We'll see if the second quarter ends up being all us, all them, or a little bit even. Back in Game 4, we got off to a great start to the second quarter and kind of pulled away and never looked back after that. The Cavs will have to avoid that here in this game, but Capella is not able to score. But Mark Williams gives it right back. Mobley will do it himself, but he missed it. And he's been kind of held in check on offense again this game, at least so far. Now Cobb blows by Mullen for the jam. And it's 2-0 Aztecs here in the quarter. Good handoff to Mullen. He spins, looks to drive on Cobb, draws the foul, and got the bucket as well. That's going to be his first foul. Mullen already having a sizable impact in the starting 5 for the Cavaliers. And right now, we have a game. The free throw will push or close our lead back to 1. Under 5 on the clock. There's Cobb able to draw the foul against Mullen, his first. And he can respond with a couple of free throws of his own. Shot 93% before the playoffs this season. I think he's been probably at about 91, 92 in the playoffs, so essentially the exact same. The free throws are online this time. Catch and shoots, and Simpson not able to capitalize. Another post move, another bucket for Kylan Moore. Mullen blows by Cobb, and Moore is there to thwart the shot attempts. Aztecs holding on to a 5-point lead, trying to build on that now. Christie hands it off. Cobb tries to split the defense. Back out to Christie for the open look. That's great offense. Mullen's 3. Good again. Mark Williams with the pick. Cobb steps back, but can't knock it down from distance. A lot of shot clocks winding down early on for the Cavaliers, but Mullen keeps finding the bottom of the nets. He's got 16 points in 13 minutes on 60% shooting from the field. That is what the Cavaliers needed from him this game. And now we're called for a 3-second violation. Mark Williams not having his best game so far, that's for sure. That's another tough shot. Garland keeps trying some tougher ones, and right now they just are not falling, and they need him to also shoot the ball well. Because if he can't, right now it's only Mullins that's doing the offensive work. Kylan Moore, great pump fake, and he scores again off a double team. He's got 12. Out to Hood. He drives and is able to draw the foul against Kylan Moore. It's going to be the first against him. Hood had a solid game one performance, but since then has really not been involved that much on the offensive end. That's why the Cavaliers made the change to bring in Mullins into their starting five. The free throw is good, or one of them is good, and it's a 4-point game. Good pass on the backdoor cut. Dennis will lay it in for 2. Almost stole it, leaving Mitchell open, but his 3 is offline. They gotta start to hit these open ones. Because right now we are David Dennis, 5 straight points. Open 3. Mobley able to knock it down. Cavaliers definitely shown some more life so far in this first half than the last couple games, that's for sure. Here's Cobb. That one's offline. He has yet to really get going here. He's had a couple nice plays. As Mark Williams jars it loose from Allen. Could be a costly mistake, and it ends up being so. You got to take care of the ball here, especially if you're down, which they have been for almost the whole game. Downhill, just taking Dennis off the dribble, and he's going to get called for his first foul. That's the 3rd against us. We're 2 away from having the Cavaliers in the bonus for the rest of the first half. Still got half the quarter left. Do not want to be allowing free points. Garland knocks down the first, and the lead is cut back to 6. Lobbing it up over the top of Jared Allen. What a pass from Dennis. Open 3 again, and Mobley is 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Tough shot over 2 defenders. Dennis can't get it to go. It comes off the back iron. Cavaliers look to push the tempo, and Hood drives and jams. Christie with no resistance. That's a tough shot, and maybe a bailout call. Herb Hood trying to help out with Mobley there on defense. Is called for the foul. And Kylan Moore gets a couple shots at the line. We have yet to miss in this game from the charity stripe. The 5-point lead. Good cut by Garland. Dennis, though, right there with them. Able to force the pass out. I'm liking our defense so far, despite the Cavaliers scoring more than we're used to these last couple of games. I've liked how we played so far. Despite us being only up by like 2 scores the whole game, I feel pretty comfortable, honestly. I'm not really worried about the Cavaliers all that much. Now we're setting up a mismatch inside. Good kick out. Christie unable to knock it down. Up ahead to Mitchell. His fast break triple rolls around the rim and out. Off the screen. Dennis dumps it down low. Moore again mismatched. Christie will try again. That one's also out. Good defense by the Cavaliers. On the other end, Mobley splits defenders and lays it in for 2. That's a tough 3. It's a deep one. Christie 0 for his last 3 chances from downtown. A three could tie it up for Cleveland. Mitchell into a mid-range jumper. Can't knock it down. Mitchell now 3 for 8 from the field. He's been solid, but not great. And a 3 to go here in the first half. Just got to protect the lead in the half strong. Good look for Dennis, but it's off. On the other end, Mobley. To make it a 1-point game, Mitchell will lay it in right at the rim. Off the assist from Jarrett Allen, a 14-6 Cavaliers run over the course of the last 6 or 7 minutes. The offense for the Aztecs has gone a little bit quiet here, but Christie, right as I speak, gets himself back on track. That is a tough shot, and a bad one at that. Kylan Moore picks up the block. Garland having an off day so far. Just 2 for 11 from the field and 1 for 6 from three-point range. Deep three. It connects. David Dennis doubles our lead. Almost stole it again, and Mitchell blocked. He wanted the poster blocked twice. Out of bounds off of him, and the Aztecs take over. 3 blocks on the last 2 possessions from Kylan Moore. Over the top pass. Dennis can't lay it in, though. That was a great feed from, I believe that was Herb Jones. Stepping back. And Mitchell has his shot come off the rim. He's now 4 for 12. A couple of these backcourt stars for Cleveland. Not off to a good start shooting-wise. Dennis blowing by Garland for the deuce. And the run continues. Mullen back in. Can't knock it down. Good pump fake, and Kylan Moore able to draw the foul. That's number 1 against Evan Mobley. No shot clock left here in the first half. And the Aztecs once again put together a really solid run. And we are on our way to once again having a double-digit or near double-digit halftime lead. The Cavaliers could really use a bucket to close the first half here. They don't want to be down by 10 because we've been very good at protecting those kinds of leads. Garland with it. Finds Mobley. Mullen has to throw it up. And it's good to beat the buzzer. And that is a big shot. Mullen's been their offensive star this game. And that is a big one right there. Halftime of Game 5, we lead 53-60. Let's go finish it off in the second half and win our first title. All right, third quarter officially underway here, and it's been probably the closest game since Game 1, I would say. There's still a lot of work left to do for the Cavaliers, but that's a good start. Mullen has been electrifying for the Cavaliers. Ops 3, not able to drop in. He was shot about as well as Garland and Mitchell have, which is not a good thing. And now Mobley with the jam, able to close the lead back to 2 in the blink of an eye. Physical in the paint, and another foul called against Mobley, his second. Moore loves a little back down pump fake move, and it often gets guys up in the air. The front end is online. And Kylan Moore able to shoot 2 for 2, and we still have yet to miss a free throw. Good cut by Mullen. And Cobb with a really great shot contest at the end of it. And Mullen can't lay it in. You gotta hit the shots like that to retake the lead, I think. Cobb now coasting into a layup, and there's no resistance from the defense. Good penetration, good spin move, and Garland is on the board here. Screen comes up. Dennis pump fakes and almost turned it over. That was Jarvis Walker with the pass. 4.6 on the clock for us to find a good shot and also get that shot up in the air. Walker to inbound to Kylan Moore. He finds Jones. He throws it up, but it's off. Garland able to split defenders, and Jones has to foul to stop the bucket. Free throws on the way. Garland's already made 2 of them. There's his 3rd. And both are good. It's a 2-point game again. High ball screen. Dennis looking to drive it. He fades, but can't connect. And now a fast break for the Cavaliers. Garland for the tie. Blocked out of bounds. Thought it was a foul call at first, but a good defensive play to stop the fast break in its tracks. They'll inbounds to Mullen. He'll step back and tie it up with the backboard shots. 64 apiece, and we have a game on our hands here, and I'm excited about it. That lob sails out of bounds. Moore and Dennis not on the same page that time. Baseline, Garland might have had that one tipped away from him. And Mitchell still has yet to find his offensive rhythm. That was a wide open look, and they have not really taken full advantage of their second chance looks, which they've not really had a whole lot of. Cobb drives and is hacked on its way inside. That's going to be number 2 against Maurice Mullen. Cobb with 12 points. That free throw gives him 13, but has yet to knock down a three-pointer. 0 for 4 from that range. And he knocks down both shots. Into another contested 3, and that's still been kind of the weak point of Garland's game, I feel like, is taking those contested shots. Got to find something here. Cobb drives and scores. Way to use the glass that time. We got a mismatch here with Garland against Kylan Moore. There's the space he wants, and this time he makes no mistake. Screen for Cobb. Step back, triple buried. That's his first of the night. And the Cavaliers will talk things over. We're just barely standing in front by a thread. Low block. Mobley has yet to really go to any post moves so far in this game. And now he just throws the grenade out to Garland. And he can't cash in from downtown. Dennis looks to push the tempo and finishes through the contact. What a play. Deep 3, and Herb Hood gives their offense some life and cuts our lead in half. Cleveland showing some real fight in this game for the first time in a while. Now Moore spins away from Mobley, but still has it rejected from behind. That's a great defensive play. Garland, or Mobley, blocked by Walker. Excuse me. On the other end. We got Mitchell on Moore. We got to attack this. Get this guy a post-up opportunity. The Cavaliers switch off ball, though, and get rid of the mismatch. Cobb, the 3. No good. What was that? Herb Hood somehow got that, left it short. Mobley keeps it alive with the Cavs. Garland. Short ranger, got it to go, and it's a 1-point game. Christie in the game now for the first time this half, and his first shot is up and out. We got Young on the court as well. Mark Williams out there too, so the entire bench squad in there with Kylan Moore and Herb Jones as of right now. Mark Williams below the baskets. Will throw it up. And it just rolls off the rim, but he did get the foul. That's going to go against Clint Capella. That makes it 3 in the quarter on the Cavaliers, and the free throw is no good, or first miss at the line tonight. We've got 5 blocks and 11 fast break points, and Williams just missed both. Jesus. Garland gets the feed. Moore there to block it. He gets it back. It's blocked again. Third time's the charm, and the Cavaliers have their first lead, maybe of the entire game, or at least very close to it. They have not, if they have led, they have not led since the early first quarter. And now it is an absolute battle unfolding here, especially in the paint, as Kylan Moore can't get it to go, and player market and size definitely playing a factor. That's a bucket and foul against Cam Christie. And the free throw can make it a 2-score lead for Cleveland, which it does. Good play. Young gets by Hood and knocks down the pull-up jump shots. That will hopefully get the offense back online here. The Cavs are on a 10-2 run the last 3 minutes and counting. Need some stops now for Mexico City. Good shuffle pass, and Mitchell is fouled on his way inside. And more free throws on the way for the Cavaliers. First one up and good for Mitchell. He's a very, very reliable free throw taker. Knocks down both with ease. Cobb looking to isolate here against Mitchell. And great help defense by Capella, able to thwart the shot. Off the screen, there's room. Garland can't connect though. That would have been a big chance to increase their lead to 7. Walker through the contact will close it back to 2. Mobley blocked by Walker. The Cavaliers once again get a block back. And Capella misses the layup. Another offensive rebound, and Hood can't connect, but another one will keep it alive. Way better rebound here by the Cavaliers compared to the last couple of games. And they need that. Garland with the triple. It's back to a 5-point deficit for the Aztecs. And now it's time for us to hunker down and lock in. Good pump fake. Williams does not go up until it's too late, but he gets it back. That's what I'm talking about. Screen comes over. Garland hands it off. Capella's going to have to shoot this, and he's fouled, and he scored! The hoop and the harm is going to put Capella at the line. The Cavaliers' offense right now cannot be stopped. The free throw eventually finds its way through, and now it's gonna be a bit of a different story. Capella, or Moore, Jesus, misses the shots, and Mullen gets the rebounds. And our offense has gone completely cold here, while the Cavaliers have really picked things up. KJ Simpson off the rim and out. And we are called for an off-ball illegal screen. And we turn it over. Cavaliers get it back. We're not playing well in this third quarter. All the way to the baseline. The shot won't go for Simpson. And the Cavaliers turn a 7-point deficit to a 6-point lead in a 1 quarter. And now we're the ones playing from behind. We only scored 19 points there in the third quarter. That's our worst offensive quarter, perhaps in the entire playoff run to this point. Well, the fourth quarter is officially underway here. Aztecs now looking to come back at home to win our first ever NBA championship. That's a pretty solid start. Now for some defense. Got to stop the Cavaliers' run, regain momentum. The three, no good from Mullen. Cobb looks to isolate now against Mullen. And it's denied! What a play! He read that like a book. But Young steals it back by cutting off the pass. Walker the screen. Cobb. Once again going right at Mullen. And can't finish, but a good job to create the space that time. Just gotta lay it in. Hood fouled on the shot on the other end. More free throws for Cleveland. They've drawn some good fouls here in this game so far. A couple of the free points. This free throw for Hood gives him 10. Driving, Cobb able to draw the foul this time around. That's number 3 on Mullen. 10:31 to play here in the fourth quarter. Cobb yet to miss at the charity stripe tonight. Back end makes him 6 for 6. Over the top, just got by a Walker, and Mobley has an easy 2-point jam. Eyeball screen. Cobb, a tough 3. That one's offline. Need some better looks than that down the stretch. Double screens for Simpson. He finds some room, but can't cash in from downtown. Up ahead, Jarris Walker will take it himself off the window with the kiss. Mullen spins all the way inside for the deuce. Over the top feed, Williams all alone at the hoop. We're trading buckets right now. We've closed it to within 4. But we need some stops here. We have not played our best defense here in the fourth quarter so far. And Cobb needs to step up here on Mullen. That's a good contest, just a better shot, simply played. Mullen with 28 here in his first start. Christie steps into a jumper, and it's nothing but nets. Driving again, and that's kind of a bailout call. Williams had the block, and Cobb gets called for the shooting foul. And right now, the Cavaliers are keeping us at bay, but Mullen does miss the front ends. Mitchell back on the courts. The free throw is good this time. 5-point lead for Cleveland. Jump shots. Offline from David Dennis. Mullen has room. And connects. And now his takeover is activated. This is not feeling good anymore. You know, I felt comfortable up by like 5, but maybe he should not have felt that way. Young, back to Mark Williams. Shot clock under 10 now for the Aztecs. Dennis floats it. Williams fouled on the dunk attempts. Capella with number 2. Williams went 0 for 2 in his last stint. Hopefully knocks down both this time around and gets himself back to 50% at the line, which he does. Screen for Mitchell. Mid-range jumper. Can't connect. Good rebound by Williams. Over the top again. Capella having some real trouble on the pick and rolls right now. Oh no, there's more room. This time he missed it, but Capella keeps it alive. He has been amazing on the offensive glass this game. That has been a huge difference maker. Shot clock under 5. Mullen draws the foul. Man, we just cannot keep our hands to ourselves. They've had a lot of free throw attempts this game, more than we're used to. And Mullen, with a takeover, is not going to miss these ones. Low block, more, backs down Mobley, you gotta go up, and he's blocked off the backboard. Moore has been quiet this half. Allen lays it in for 2. The Cavaliers have their largest lead of the night at 8. Under 6 to play here in the 4th quarter. What was the halftime speech from Kenny Atkinson? The Cavaliers have really stepped things up, but John Cobb buries the triple, and it's back to 5. Mullen has it. Cobb on him. Stand in front. How is that a foul? There's no way. I don't complain that much about refs, but that is a really bad call. He went straight up on that shot contest. Man, that was good defense. I'm not going to blame Cobb on that one. But we have already been called for 4 fouls. They're 1 away from being in the bonus, I believe, for the rest of regulation. Mullen putting on a clinic right now, but he goes 1 for 2. That could be a big miss. Here's Walker. Left it short, but is fouled by Allen. That's the 3rd on the Cavaliers. Got to knock down both here. The front ends. He sinks it. Jarris Walker, who's played a vital role for us all series long, goes 1 for 2 in this trip. We need some stops. Got a size disparity here. Tough shot. Garland, nothing but nylon. He's got 23 on 24 attempts. But he does have a plus 10 plus minus. They've played better when he's out there, despite his poor shooting. We could really use a big last couple minutes offensively from Cobb or Kylan Moore. But Cobb coughs it up, and the Cavaliers have a 2-on-1. Garland with the lay-in. We could not afford plays like that. Downhill. Dennis, good pump fake, and scores with the kiss off the window. He's got 21. He shot the ball well. But our offense has been held in check since the halftime break. The fadeaway won't go for Mullen. Here's our window to get back within 5 or perhaps 4. It's kicked out. Cobb, guarded by Mobley, able to drive, but Mobley stuffs him again from behind. Great defense by the Cavaliers here in this second half overall. They've done a great job locking down our star talents. Here's Garland with the step back. It's offline. The door is still open. Just got to knock down some shots here. Eyeball screen. Walker finds Moore for the easy deuce. Mullen penetrates. Another foul is called. That's all this guy does. Are you serious? He's drawn so many fouls this game. Putting up James Harden with the Rockets kind of a performance here, it feels like. The free throws are both good. Cobb looking to isolate against Mitchell. Lost his dribble. And he's called for a 3 in the key. Another costly turnover. And now some boos coming in from this home crowd. We're up 3-1, guys. 7-point game. Don't be booing us. Oh, no. Open 3. Luckily, Mullen can't cash in. They're still giving us some chances here, but we have done a horrible job capitalizing. We've only scored 41 points here in the second half. There's only 2 minutes and change to play. We cannot take up every shot clock. Cobb has to make a move. The jumper is good. A 5-point game. We can still come out on top. Allen comes over, sets the screen. Deep 3. No good from Garland. We need a basket right here. Dennis steps back. Left it short. We gotta find a better shot than that, right? It's dished out. Shot clock under 5. Cobb, hand in his face. Garland, no good. Good defense once again. Gotta find the bottom of the hoop. There it is! The hoop to Cobb! A great pass by Jarris Walker. It's a one-score game. Aztecs fans on their feet here in the Sports Palace. About 60 seconds left to go. Mullen! Fouled again! This is killing me. The front end. Offline! I doubt he misses the second one. But we are clawing our way back in very, very slowly, but time is not on our side any longer. 105, 109, we're going to call timeouts with 54 left. All right, here we go. We have won close games like this before, but it's never a guarantee, obviously. Open three, and Cobb knew that one was going to go. Right when he shot that ball, he walked right back down the court. 1 point game, 109-108. Do not allow a three. Mullen crosses over, almost drew the foul. Has to pass out. Shot clock under 5. Garland lost it. We've got it. 5-second differential. Dennis fouled by Darius Garland. Huge free throws coming up can put the Aztecs back in front. There's no shot clock left. The front end sunk. Tied at 109. After trailing all quarter long. Dennis puts us in front. Absolutely clutch free throws. Let's go. Now the Cavaliers could potentially have the final shot. What a game. 23.6 on the clock. The Cavaliers do not have to shoot early. But Mullen will, and he scores the 2. Timeout. Aztecs will advance the ball, but we have no timeouts left. The Cavaliers do still have one in case we go quick and score. They can advance the ball if they want. But we might not let them have the last shot. We got 16 seconds left, trailing by 1. We climbed all the way back. It took a lot of effort. And we will save for the final shot, it seems. Dennis has it. Who do we go to? It's just going to be him. No good. The Cavaliers hang on with the 1-point win in Game 5. And this series is not over yet. Maurice Mullen, the game of his life with the game-winning bucket as well. And it was a wire-to-wire game. What a finish to this one. Just a poor offensive play to close the game by us. That's not the last shot that you want. It's a 3-2 series. And now we head back to Cleveland for Game 6. Despite a valiant effort to fight our way back into the lead late in the fourth quarter, the Cavaliers, just like back in Game 1, are able to hold on and win both of the close games in the first 5 of this NBA Finals matchup. 111-110 your final score. A phenomenal game. I mean, I can't really complain all too much. We were due for a bad offensive quarter. We've been great all season long. And it was going to happen at some point. Unfortunately, it comes here in the finals in a pretty crucial game, which we could have won. 31-9 for Cobb. He shot the ball pretty well. Dennis also played well, but we had some pretty bad fourth quarter turnovers like we have in back in Game 1. And I think those do add up. We also allowed a lot of free throw attempts. Mullen ends up with 11 free throw attempts, knocks down 8. And he drops 40 points in the win. They've won both games where they've had a player score 40 points or more. Maybe that's the key for them. But Mullen comes in, puts together a great start and completely controls the game with his offense. 20-13 for Kylan Moore. Definitely less of an impact on offense than we're used to in this series, but I'm sure he'll bounce back in Game 6 as the Cavaliers will look to force a Game 7. And despite them shooting at 9% worse, they created 14 more shots than we did. They took almost double our three-point attempts. Free throws were actually pretty even, so I can't really complain. Again, I can't really point to that as a big difference maker, but their offensive rebounds were just way different than the past couple games. 14 to our 6, and a lot of those came from Clint Capella, who ended up with 4 offensive rebounds of their 10. And if he can play that well again, then I think the Cavaliers have a pretty good chance to beat us. But again, it was a close game. We just had a couple of bad turnovers, a couple of missed opportunities, and not boxing out well like we have in the first 3 to 4 games. So I'm not worried about the loss. I think the Cavaliers were going to have at least one more game like this, but now it comes down to us really putting the final pieces together here and hopefully winning on the road in Cleveland next time around. The 3-2 series, the Cavaliers are fighting tooth and nail. We'll see what happens next time, but starting Mullen proves to be the biggest difference between the last 3 games and now this one. So our win streak comes to a close, and now we'll look to hopefully close this series out next time, and I'll see y'all there in Game 6. Thanks for watching as always. Please like the episode. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and leave your feedback down below as always. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Have a great day.